Supposed to do on that play. Felt the pressure and escapes the pocket. After that, it's on somebody downfield to get open and give him a target. No one did, and he simply has to get rid of it.
That one's complete, right side. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line. Working quickly here. Looking to throw on 3rd and 1. This one finds Irving. And he could not get there. They stop him right at the line.
Those kind of completions are so frustrating, Kate. It's like a putt. You got it on line, you feel good about it's going in the hole, but you never want to leave it short.
And the QB keeps it on the sneak. And he will get the first as they touch him down.
That play is a go-to so many times in this down and distances, but defenses, well, they can expect it too. And look at the defensive line, man, were they ever ready for it? Tremendous push inside and kept them.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
That's now the 3rd sack of the game, and I know how these defenders start to think, how many more can I tally up before this one's over? Still a bunch of game time. And this defense, well, they're feeling it.
Another try following the sack. Andrews with the catch. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of down. They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal. Working inside the red zone. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Tough one to retain through that hit. And it'll be 2nd and goal. Still a couple of shots at this one. Oh, look at this. Quick touch pass to the receiver. And in for the Baltimore touchdown. So that, Brock, an important score here as they move out in front.
This is the time of the game where your legs just get a little bit tired. But that was a determined-looking drive right there. They were not going to be denied, and they're able to score and take the lead.
Tucker on for the extra point. And the extra point is no good. So potentially a key tally kept off the scoreboard, Brock. Going to see how and if this comes into play later in the 2nd half. They'll probably still mentally kicking himself after that missed point after. He can take a little frustration out here as he kicks this away. And he got all of that one out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Mayfield now from the gun. He puts some juice on it. That's complete inside the 35-yard line. That's a Tampa Bay touchdown. The Buccaneers need only one to take the lead. It's a Chris Godwin touchdown. So no mistaking that play call, Brock. They send everybody on deep goes, and it winds up paying off. What a play.
And you'd think on the other side, defensively, they'd be ready for this. But this is truly a breakdown in the secondary. They're just not able to make a play on the ball in the air. And the end result, as you said, a big play and a touchdown.
He's on the move. And he makes the catch. The two-point conversion try is good. The Bucs get lined up, and they will kick this away. From a couple of yards deep, this is going to come out. Only manages to get this back to the 20 before he's taken down. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Henry gets it here to start the drive. And he's brought down after a tremendous effort just to get a couple of yards. He gets a couple on 1st, and they'll come up 2nd and 8.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
He finds Aguilar. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line. They gain 14 on the play. That's good for a Ravens first down.
First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Out of the gun, here's Jackson. His pass is complete. That's Zay Flowers. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line. Give him an even 10 yards on the play. And that'll be first down, Baltimore.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Lamar now from the gun. And a man is there to knock that away.
With all due respect to some of the great linebackers back in the day, to play the position today, man, you've got to be versatile. You can't just be a come up and stuff the run. You got to play coverage. And these defenses more and more rely on you to break up throws just like that.
Forced out to his right. And they're going to be down close to the 35 as he goes out.
That's one of those occasions when you're sitting in the pocket and you're just looking for that escape.
DC, ready?
Markers reset, ball at the 37.
Ready, shot.
On first down, Jackson. Setting up the screen. He's still going at the 30. And he gets down to the 24 before he stopped. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a first down.
At that down and distance, this group was pretty confident the screen would get them enough yards for the first, and it did. And so long as it keeps working like that, I bet you it'll be a go-to play for them when they need it the next time.
And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4.
At the Bucs 19-yard line.
Out of the gun, Henry. And he'll have a short pickup down to the 17. Only a yard on the pickup, so that's going to bring them to 3rd down and 3.
A gain of a yard. Brings up 3rd and 3.
Looking to throw. He brings it in. And they get this down to the 7-yard line. It's a double-digit gain, 10 yards, and now they've got 1st and goal.
Goal at the 7-yard line.
That's the 2-minute warning here from Baltimore. Ravens trailing by 5.
DC, ready?
Gotta think this is 4-down territory, Brock, as they come up here 1st and goal.
Ready.
Now it's Lamar. He'll get this to Henry.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on first down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. With 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
Henry, and he's in for the touchdown. The Ravens jump in front late. Derrick Henry, the touchdown. So what a finish this is shaping up to be. The late touchdown here, Brock, moves them in front.
And week to week, what a pleasure it is for us to call these games. We never know what kind of game we're going to get. This one's been everything you could have wanted. And now, even though they've taken the lead, there's still enough time on that other sideline for them to go mount a response.
Back to throw. Wow, still throwing, and this is intercepted. The 50. The 30. And that is 2 points the other way as he takes the pick the entire way back. Things trim back down to a single point, Brock, as they send this off and away. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback. 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Hey, alert 33.
Irvin here from the gun. And he can only manage 1 yard. The defenders were at the ready to bring him down.
Okay, this is why you got to be careful to just run it always on first down. You got to break your tendencies. The casual fan, well, that casual fan knew what was coming, but more importantly, this defensive front did too.
Oh, look at this. He's setting up to throw. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
Well, he needed another second to deliver the throw he wanted to. You got to give a lot of credit that time, Kate, to the pass rush for getting in and forcing him to dish it before he was ready.
He rolls to his right. Oh, he loses the football. And this is picked up by the Ravens. And the defense has come through. They're in the end zone, and that gives them the lead. He took off with it, which they give him full license to do when he sees an opening, Brock. But he couldn't keep it secure, and it winds up in a defensive touchdown.
Kate, I played for coaches that when you scramble, they force you to have two hands on the ball because they know this. They know these defenders love for these.
Wow, still throwing, and this is intercepted! And the Buccaneers have some new life in the fourth. Really seemed like they were trying to get as much momentum as possible out of that series of events, didn't it? Big play like a fumble return, Brock. They wanted to add another big moment with that two-point try.
Yeah, I don't mind that at all, even if they did fail. Kind of like a big play we see all the time, right? The offense will get right back to the line. Don't let that defense breathe. I don't mind it, even if the execution wasn't there.
And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Here he is to throw. Finds him on the crossing route. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line. Buccaneers hustling to the line. They're in the hurry up. He'll look to throw it. Trying to push it deep downfield. Brought in inside the 20. And he will score and give him the lead in the final minute. Spread the field and send him all deep, baby. All right, this might be a stupid question, Brock, but what makes that play call successful against an NFL secondary?
Yeah, because 4 verts is good against a college secondary, a high school secondary, a Pop Warner secondary, because it burdens and stresses that defense. And if you got people that can run and you got 4 choices to choose from, oftentimes you'll find one to hit on.
Setting up to pass. And he brings it in. That makes this a field goal game now.
I always say about the NFL game, it's a game of matchups. And that time they get the matchup they want, and they go right to it. It's a risky call throwing it for 2, but that risk pays off.
The Bucs get lined up, and they will kick this away. And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback. This drive starting from the 30. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. From the gun, Jackson. Caught by Flowers. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down. Now the Ravens are going to use the first of their timeouts. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. Escapes the pocket. Pickup of 12 on that play. And that's good for a Ravens 1st down. Now we're going to have a timeout taken by Baltimore. It's 2nd. 1st down. Here's Lamar. Connects on the crosser. And he's out of bounds just inside the red zone. Offense to the line for 1st down. Conscious of that single timeout they've got remaining. From the red zone now. That one is incomplete. The clock now down to 16 seconds remaining. Timeout taken by the Ravens. That is their final one. So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. Throwing again is Lamar. On the move, headed right. Oh, look at this, here he goes. And he's brought down after a short gain. So it's a win for the visiting Buccaneers. And there was no easing up. It took some white knuckling until the very end, but their defense carried that small lead through to the finish line as they escape with a victory. And with Brock Heward and our EA Sports crew, I'm Kate Scott saying so long from this one. The Buccaneers winners, as we say so long from Baltimore.